Good evening, chat. Keep in line with the Classic Gaming Saturday, which I don't know if that'll always be true, but now at least it is. And following up with Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic 3D Blast and Ristar, we're going to be doing Sonic the Hedgehog. But I figured it'd be nicer to do the Sonic Origins version. Let's get some widescreen mode and some nice little quality of life changes. It's a little bit easier. I'm alright with that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it started. I'm also very happy because this actually has support for the PS5 controller, so my button glyphs are correct, which makes me very happy. Although, we're gonna get a cute little animatic? No, okay. Hold up, chat. That's not acceptable. Let's see if I can get an animatic. This one, there's like a cute little... Go to the museum. Movies. Okay, so we'll do this in kind of a dumb way, but we'll do it this way. We'll watch our video. Where's Shadow? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think we're going to have time to look for him. Unfortunately. Alright. That works. Alright. Alright. Start a new game. Here we go. Oh, man. I love this game. Just hearing that Green Hill thing just is so nostalgic and brings back so many memories. Real quick, guys, how's my audio? Is it okay? Do I need to up it a little bit, or go up or down? What would work best? What feels right? Also, spin dash. That one of the quality of life changes. Plus the spike bug that was present in the original version of the game is not here. Which is to say that in the original, there was a notorious bug that if you jumped on spikes with zero... Oh, sorry. Let's say you were in a place where you jumped on some spikes and you lost all your rings, and you should be on your iframes. And you hit spikes while you're on your iframe, it would be an insta-kill. They fixed that, so now as long as you're still on your iframe, you won't be killed by it. I'm a little cautious here because I'm poised to go into the special stage at the end. I don't want to... There we go. get hit right at the last second and not have enough rings for that to appear. You have to have 50 at the end to get it. One thing that I noticed, I was kind of playing around with this a little bit the other day. This is a cool little cycle I found myself in. With the special stage in this, they smoothed it. They smoothed it quite a bit, actually, because this is a really smooth scroll from playing it on, emulator or, the original hardware. We're gonna do it. We're gonna retry it. Again, the quality of life change. I can retry the special stages, which is nice. As long as I have effectively lives to trade for it. Another thing that I've noticed, which I have a major complaint on with this, is that the hits for these things, these little diamonds that I'm rubbing up against that disappear, they seem to be... You can only hit one in this, and in the original, as long as your Sonic's hitbox is touching it, it'll activate multiple. You have to effectively go through like a 4-cycle touch for each of them and for them to disappear. But in this one, yeah, it's if you're touching one, you only get one, and I'm not quite sure why that change was implemented. Not that the special stages are particularly hard in this game, but that's kind of a weird change, it seems like to me. It doesn't feel right. Largely, I like a lot of the changes, but that one could do without. And for the astute observer, and I think I kind of mentioned it earlier, but we do have the spin dash in this. The original, the best you could do is run and duck and do that. And now, make our lives a lot easier in a lot of ways. There's also some smooth fading for those chameleon robots on the wall. Let's see if I can kind of... I'm not going to be able to do an easy side-by-side, but... Next one, I'll kind of point out how it smoothly fades in and fades out, if I can. When I was little, I would play this over and over again, and I would often try to, like, rescue as many of the little Sonic's little animal friends as possible. So if you see me... Yeah, notice that smooth fade in, fade out. You see me kind of, like, going around and killing a bunch of robots. It's... You know, I'm celebrating that part of myself from when I was a little kid. You can see the smooth scrolling too on the little point boxes that were on the palm trees. In the original, they would, when you touch them, they pop into existence and disappear after a few seconds. In this, they have a smooth fade out. Oh, come on. And I apologize too, because it's sort of what I was talking about with these diamonds here. It's a little hard to explain if you're not playing it. But normally here, for each of these, come on, like where I'm sitting here, I guess they're activating now. It doesn't feel right. I guess I can't quite describe it. it just felt like it was a little less finicky. Maybe that's the right word for it. I just think these special stages aren't too hard, and I get to them and they either go really well or really wrong. Yeah, and weirdly, on this one, playing that first one, for some reason, it's hard, and I never, like, if I was playing on the original, I would just be, like, flying through it like it was nothing. And then it's not to brag, it's just, you know, it's sort of ingrained in my memory. And for whatever reason on this, it's weird. It's like I have to retrain myself. Just kind of go fast here real quick. There we go. I try to get up there so I can get some of those, come on. There we go. I guess they're not technically one-ups in this mode. Well, that was kind of dumb. Alright. But the coins, since they are worth, like, retries on special stages and stuff like that. The astute observer, especially after I did Sonic 3D Blast, might also notice that Flicky is one of the animal friends in this that you can rescue. No, I'm not going to rescue him that time. And again, a little rabbit right when I want to point it out, but that's okay. There we go, so there goes Flicky. Which itself is a reference to an older arcade Sega game that I have played and not a big fan of. So, I did play the Genesis port, and there's a good example of me not dying instantly. And the iframe's actually preserving me on those spikes. I'm less worried about keeping my rings here because we're approaching the boss. And, I won't be able to go to a special stage here. They also made the boss a little bit harder in a way, because in the original you could attack him as soon as he was descending, and here you can't actually inflict any damage on him until he's dropped the little wrecking ball thing that he's got going. Not that it's particularly hard or anything. But yeah. Kind of interesting noting like the little changes for this version. Absolutely love the parallax scrolling in this. This is something I've always enjoyed about the Genesis era games, is I love seeing the backgrounds scroll. I always kind of loved the art detail and depth in these, and I think I mentioned that before, probably with Ristar, but and probably with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but you know, as a little kid, this was so cool to me. Yeah, no, I agree, Purpalio. This, I was thinking about this the other day, like, what are my favorite tracks from this one? And this is actually, this might be number 2. Also, I always loved the little things here that they touch the lava and then the fire spreads. That always was super fascinating to me as a kid. Yeah. The For this one, I think my favorite is the fifth zone, Starlight, and this is probably my second. I used to hate this level as a kid. Actually, funny story. When I was a little kid, and I was terrible at these. I enjoyed the heck out of it, but I was not good at video games. Not, not that I'm good now, mind you, but in, oops, um, when I got to Robotnik at the end of um, Green Hill, I thought that was the boss of the game, so I was so excited when I finally got to him. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna win the game. I was so proud of myself. And then it turns out, and then it's like this level started. I'm like, wait, what? There's more to the game? Um, so that kind of blew my mind as a kid. I was also a little. I mean, it's not bad that there's more, but that was kind of dumb. As a little kid, I was kind of mad that there was still more. I was so proud that I had beaten it. But I kind of hated this level because I had such a hard time trying to beat it. Green Hill, I kind of got really good at after a while. It's not super hard. You know, it's first level, right? You want to ease your players into the game. And not that this is super terribly hard, but for a little kid, for me as a little kid, this was rough. So I sort of resented the difficulty spike. But speaking to those, the parallax scrolling, like the dense forest in the background. No, it's just the colors look really cool. It's a relatively simple but very effective color palette and pixel design. It makes the world look so much bigger than it is. At least it wasn't Chemical Plant. Yeah, I will agree to that. I hate Chemical Plant, and I really had a that was cool. Real disdain for Chemical Plant. I could never beat Chemical Plant as a kid. For those who may not know, that's the second level of Sonic 2. Oh, come on. I'm so glad that the special stages aren't timed in this one. Nope, nope, we're not going into the goal. Come on. Come on, Sonic. We're not doing it. There we go. Going back to these stages go really well or really bad. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And I really like the sprite from Sonic 1 as well. I would probably say that Sonic 3's sprite is my favorite, but I really like the way that Sonic looks in this one. Much like Marble Garden, or not Marble. Yeah, I think that's one in Sonic 3. Um, anything where it's sort of a timed, like, or you die, always gave me a hard time as a kid, and this is no exception. That part always scared the crap out of me. Now it's just like, yeah, whatever. Lava can't touch me, I'm Sonic, I'm too fast. Well, that was kind of dumb. I always loved these little pillars of lava that shoot up. So there's a bug in the original build, or maybe I should at least say the build that I have, where when you're pressing up against those walls and you jump, Sonic wouldn't jump into a ball, he would just kind of like jump up stationary, if that makes any sense. But it looks like they fixed that bug in this version. These fireballs always get me. I like how my little animal friends here can like run through like lava fields and whatnot, and they're totally fine. Sonic gets like poked by a little spike and he freaks the heck out. They like the warmth, yeah. It's cold in a robot shell. And yes, I'm gonna call, just so it's said, I'm gonna call him Robotnik because I'm an old man. And when I was a kid, it was Dr. Robotnik. And I don't dislike Eggman as a name, I just can't never get used to it. If you're cold, they're cold. Bring them into the lava to warm them up. Ah, come on. None of that nonsense. I think the rings also, eventually when they disappear, instead of just, you know, popping out of existence, they also, well, I'm trying to kill Sonic here, do kind of a fade out kind of graphic. At least sends you through the ringer, yeah. Wait, is that a pun with Sonic and rings, Serene? If so, I approve. I also like that there's little poodles in here, inside some of these robots. Trying to spin a few while I'm here. Aw, yeah. Serene, would you say you're maybe sowing a little chaos as well? That was the best I can muster. I'm really tired, guys. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go this way. Okay, that was kind of dumb. Yeah, the rings do a soft fade out. Instead of a hard just disappear. Oh, that was not great. That was, in fact, pretty bad. Crud cakes. Like, I think I'll pull it off just fine. I just feel kind of goofy that I got caught in that, with the knockback especially. Alright, here we go. Boss time. Must have heard some pretty good ones. Sometimes I can't make heads or tails of. You got me with that one. Oh. That was definitely a pun without a shadow of a doubt. It's pretty good, so I won't give you a knuckle sandwich. I'm trying to think of a pun that works with Amy, and I'm too tired to come up with anything. Alright, here we go. Spring Yard. It's always, like I was saying, you know, kind of an elusive level for me, just because I had such a hard time getting past. Marble, Marble Zone. Hey, me too. There we go. Very good for small animals. Thank you. Oh, there we go. So I wanted to point that little guy out, although he died a little too quick. But, that little robot guy there, he's supposed to be like a robot that works like Sonic, I think is what it says in the instruction manual, if I remember from many years ago. In a way, maybe a proto-mecha Sonic, if you will. And I always, for whatever reason, just thought it was like a really cool design. I remember trying to draw it a bunch as a kid, even though I only had the instruction manual to go off of because I didn't ever, you know, get far enough to actually see it myself. Also fun, I think these little purple guys, I think they're in the instruction manual. I'm not sure they have a name. That's fine. Ooh, shame on me. Alright, we're definitely gonna try to, I guess, 100% this game because it's really just going through all the special stages and getting the Chaos Emeralds, which isn't too bad. Oh boy. Good boy. Come on, we can do this. In a comparison from the Genesis build, maybe a way I could describe this that might make sense is it's slimier. Probably sounds super gnarly, but it's maybe the best way that I can describe how it feels compared to the original. And again, I feel like gross. Um, the I'm gonna say original, and I should say like what I grew up playing, whatever build that was that came with my Genesis in 1990. Um, which, you know, I don't want to get into the whole like, well, maybe technically it's not the original build. There we go. Because yeah, obviously there was a different build for Japan, etc. But either way, compared to this build and that one, yeah, the stage is slimy. It's slick. It's icy, maybe. Um, the physics are just slightly different in a way that, you know, I notice because I've played the other so many times. But without having experienced that, yeah. It's one of those things like, you know, watching stuff like AVGN and he's complaining about a game where it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it looks like I'm playing really bad, but the controls are so, like, slippery. It's like, yep, not exactly that. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not something that's obvious or describable. That was kind of dumb on my part. We're on Act 3, right? That was... Where's this Act 2? Can't remember. I don't really know this path. Often in Sonic, the upper path is sort of the easier one. I'm not sure that's universally true, but in this one, I'm not... Yeah, I'm usually think I use the lower paths, so it's sort of a little different for me, which is good. Like, it's nice to see parts of the game that I've never seen or see infrequently. You know, I wasn't joking about how often I play this, but at the same time, you know, you kind of get in a rut and you play what you know, and it's like, well, I know this path, so this is the one that I play every time. There we go. This little guy. I used to be obsessed with that guy. I thought he was super cute. Tiny little Poe, scribbling away with his bad drawing, trying to draw that little robot because he thought he was neat. Oh shoot. No, that... Yeah, no ring. I messed that up. Oh well. Did you catch pillbugs? I did. I loved pillbugs. They were super cool. Um, they were... Well, hey, I found a nice little spot here. I don't know if I've ever quite hit that so dead on that I was perfectly balanced. My grandmother had like... My grandmother was a gardener, and she'd like put plants on her front yard and along her... what am I trying to say? She had like a patio, a stoop, something like that. It had dirt around it, so she'd constantly fill that with plants and flowers. And, it was just a pillbug highway, and so I would climb into that and capture as many as I could find. Used to collect them. I had a small colony under a rock I used to check on. Yeah, no, they're super cool little things. One day I checked it and there was just an aggressive ant colony left. Boo! Man, ants, like, okay, ants have a part in the ecosystem. I don't want to, like, completely crap on ants, but man, I do not like ants. I really don't. They're destructive and aggressive, and pillbugs are cool. Alright, I'm going to drop some science facts on y'all. Did you guys know that pillbugs are arthropods? And that they actually have gills, so they have to keep their gills moist so that they can breathe on land. The reason I even bring them up is because robot look like one. Yeah, no, they totally do. Crustaceans, right? Yes. They are crustaceans. And it's funny, as much as I like, you know what, we're not going to go this way. Oh, I guess we might have to go that way. Alright, fine, we're going this way. It's funny because, like, I don't know if you've seen giant isopods, but I believe they're related. Those things creep me the heck out. Pillbugs, cute. Like, perfectly sized, adorable. Giant isopods, gnarly looking. Too much pillbug. Though I was pretty amused when I was playing, not really new now, but the newest Animal Crossing. And one of the things you could catch once they did the expansion where you could go diving off the island was giant isopods. I really liked that. Alright, boss time. Come down here, you punk. There's some minor boss arena changes too that I think are kind of because of the 16:9 ratio in this. But in the original, those walls that pop up weren't there. Heard that pillbugs actually taste like shrimp. Never eaten one though. You know, I would believe that. And I know people eat giant isopods. I have also never eaten a pillbug, and I have no desire to ever eat a pillbug. I've had crickets, and they taste like shrimp, I'd say. I haven't really tried any other bugs, and I'm kind of okay with that. I don't really like shrimp, so. Hello, how day today? Hi there, Connor. I am. It's a pretty good day for me. I was gonna start binging every Sonic show. Which one should I start with? Well, you know, I'm not as much of a Sonic fan as to say that I've seen every show. But you know, I would say if you're interested, I like what's called Sonic Sat-Am. But I only really watched that one and the one its sort of counterpart show back in the 90s. I haven't seen any of the modern ones. Think about Sonic X. I think I've heard that one's good, but I haven't watched it, unfortunately. So I don't have any good advice for you on that. Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm all for companies that promote themselves on YouTube and let you get some, you know, free with ads kind of stuff, so. there it is, everyone's favorite sound. Oh, come on, really? Bubble, bubble, bubble. Okay, well, I feel like I was cheated there. That felt a little unfair. Oh, that is cool, though. There we go. I'm doing real good here, guys. Much skill. Oh, jumping back to, like, themes, too. I actually kind of really have a soft spot for Labyrinth here. I know everyone kind of hates this level, but this music... I love this music. Let's get an air bubble here real quick. On Tubi. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I watched a couple of old, like, shows on Tubi, but I haven't explored it too much. Alright, we're not gonna rely on that bubble generator because it's not good. Unreliable. There we go. Netflix has Sonic Prime. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I have not heard of Prime either. I think it was Sonic Underground I kind of wanted to check out because I think that one came out a little bit after the 90s cartoons that I was familiar with, and it looked like it shared some of the same art style, but never got around to it, unfortunately. What I've been meaning to watch is the movies with oh, is it Ben Schwartz who's playing Sonic? And with Jim Carrey. I've been wanting to see those. Still haven't gotten a chance to sit down and watch them. I hear they're very good. Two seasons, 26 episodes. Oh, the Sad Am one, perhaps? Because I think that was how long it was. I wish it was longer, because I really liked it. It's sort of, if you ever have heard of the old Archie Sonic comics, they sort of share a plot line. But I know it didn't run for particularly long, unfortunately. Much to many people's disappointment, I feel. Ugh. Alright guys, I am suffering from looking at chat and my already poor playing ability being demonstrated by looking at chat while trying to play. So forgive me, I might catch up on the level end here. Alright, there we go. Only 6 Sonic shows, 3 on Tubi, 2 on YouTube, 1 on Netflix. Okay. Cool, cool. Jim Carrey's a wonderful villain in the films. You know, I believe that. Was never like huge on Jim Carrey in the 90s. A lot of the things he was in, I was just not a huge fan of. Really liked his more serious roles. Like, I love The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine. But there's definitely some stuff that's like in his comedy realm that I do enjoy. Like Dumb and Dumber is pretty classically good, and I do appreciate him as an actor. But there was a lot of things that I think, like Ace Ventura, I couldn't quite get into and stuff like that. Saddam is the least. I will take a look, but I'm not. Oh, that was what I was trying to avoid. Alright, forgive me. I'll take a look at chat when I'm not in imminent danger. ultimately my goal, Chad, is I do want to try to get through this whole game tonight, which I think is pretty doable. It's not a super long game. We're past the halfway point, so I think it's very, very doable. What am I missing? I have to go down. I feel like there's a oh, there it is. Okay, I know where we are. But like, there's my switch. But like Gandalf, I have no memory of this place. Let's get some air. There we go. Oh, come on. Gonna cheese it, guys. I'm just gonna duck. I want to keep these rings. I want to get my final special stage out of the way. Alright, there we go. Look at me. I can breathe again. Okay, so I think we're coming up to the end. Gonna go real slow. There we go. Okay, catch up on chat. Sorry about that. I like that am on a streaming service somewhere, but I can't say which one. Least archived YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Well, just forgive the pause, but I'm just gonna read real quick. Catch up. Sorry, guys. Watch show in order goes Adventures, Sadam, Sonic Underground, Sonic X, Sonic Boom, Sonic Prime. Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, I know, I remember seeing Sadam, now this was a long time ago on Netflix, and I was kind of happy to see it there, but I didn't really, I think I watched a couple episodes and like, oh, this feels really nostalgic, and then I'm like, I'm good. Which is not to say like its quality is poor. It was more like at the time I'm like, this is cool, it's really nostalgic, but there's other things I want to do more. Sonic Underground was the shortest one, season 20 episodes. Yeah, I think that's why I thought maybe I could try to get through it just because it was relatively short. Seems like these days I have less free time, and, you know, my media consumption has to be kind of, I have to really want to see something to consume it, if that makes sense. And that's kind of true with just video games in general these days, although I've been trying to make a little bit more time for that, just for my own sanity. But for a while there, like I made time for stuff like Pikmin 4 because I really love Pikmin. I made time for Metroid Dread because I really love Metroid. But besides those, you know, I found myself like spending money buying games like on the Switch or onto Steam and just never actually playing them, which sort of spawned me doing the Twitch thing. Is like, I've got all these games in my library. Maybe I could use that as a way to sort of like, you know, clear out my library, play stuff that I've had for ages that I've never actually played through, and, you know, share that experience with some people, have kind of a fun time. So on that, I feel like it's kind of been working for me. It's been a lot of fun sharing this stuff. The 16-bit stuff is fun, especially because, like I said, you know, it's stuff from my childhood. It's stuff that I grew up on and love for one reason or another. There we go. Oh yeah, 7 Paramount Plus has Knuckles show. Okay, cool, cool. Oh yeah. That's sort of a spin-off of the movies, right? Oh come on. Not that I need that many rings, but okay. Well, that was just kind of silly. I heard that the Knuckles series was actually quite good, and if I remember correctly, it's Idris Elba doing Knuckles in the movies, and I love him. I think he's great. Yeah, a bunch of stuff I'd like to watch if I had a little bit more time. And like I said, generally just heard really good things about all those. So, might have to give them a try when I have some free time. Let's get this shield, because the boss is coming up. So, oh, here we go. This was one that always gave me grief. This was where I would get stuck in Sonic 1 as a kid. I could never beat this one, because I'd start panicking as that water rose. And I thought I had to kill Robotnik, so I'm here trying to hit him while all these stupid spikes are going everywhere, and these fireballs, and the water's rising, and I might have just screwed myself there, but that's okay. Yeah. No, we're pretty close to the top. Yeah, that's okay. Try that again. Oh, am I not going to have any rings going through this? I'm going to have to be super careful. Oh, heck. Alright, well, shoot. Okay, chat, can I do it? Okay, no, I can get my shield, that's good. I'd feel better if I had a couple rings to work with, but yeah, going through this one always freaked me out, and I would get nervous, and then I'd end up getting hit, and then drowning because I'd get stuck, or trying to go a little too fast. This one, if you just kind of take it slow, it's not too bad. And it's not an infinite scroll. There is a top to this. And you do not have to defeat Robotnik, he's just retreating. Oh, there we go. And there we go. So I was almost at the top when I lost. There we go. And I think often I got right up to that ending piece and didn't realize how close I was. Now I know. It's not so bad. Alright, now this music. Best music. Just letting it sink in a little bit. I kind of made a mistake because I wanted to go a little higher, but that's okay. We can take... That's what it was. Whoops! Very good at this game. Speaking to that scrolling too, I love the way the stars scroll in the background here. I love how the pillars are in front of the camera. All these are like... It's one of those neat things, like... Looking at the older games and how you had to be a little bit more... You had to use clever tricks sometimes to achieve neat results. You know, you don't have nearly the same power back then as you do today. You had very limited resources on cartridges, and memory was expensive, and all these things. Like, the amount of, like, little tricks that programmers did to achieve these really neat results. It's something I absolutely love seeing. Right now, I'm going down that way. And this game is no exception. I also thought the fans were kind of a cute little thing. The way they push you back. Oh, and for the astute observer, I have collected all 6 Chaos Emeralds, because in this one there's only 6. So, no supersonic for you. I also like the weird loop design on this level. I always felt that was super neat too. Now these little guys though, less neat. Very explodey. Oh. Very good. Well done. I also feel like this is a little bit of a reprieve after the previous level, because I felt Labyrinth... I don't hate Labyrinth, but it's a lot harder. Yeah, I feel like this is sort of a... which isn't to say that this isn't hard, because it, especially if you take the lower path, this can be a little bit tricky. But compared to the final level, Scrap Brain, this is a lot easier, I feel. And a little bit of a reprieve before you get to the very end. Okay, well, so not that way. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. I do like that row of those guys exploding. Reminds me of Lemmings when he got them all lined up and then nuked them. That'd be a fun game to play, but I think unfortunately I'd have to do like just a emulator for this. I don't think there's any reasonable way I'd be able to. I don't think there's ever been any re-releases of Genesis Lemmings. And I know it could use like it could probably go on to Abandonia or something and get the computer version, but oh no. There's something about the sound chip on the Genesis one that I really love the way that the sound chip plays out on the Genesis version of Lemmings. Oh, that was funny. I know there's sort of a pattern to do this the right way, quote unquote, but I rather like just kind of bouncing around. It's not a particularly tough boss. There we go. Nope, not quite high enough. Actually, I really like the boss music on this too. Piggies! Run away, little piggies. Be free. Alright. And now it gets hard. Or hard again, I should say, because this is, I feel like this is probably the toughest level. Kind of love like the mega city or factory behind us though in that background. That looks so neat. Ooh, bad spot. Bad spot. Oh, also bad, also bad. That was lucky. Okay. Little pigs are trying to beat Donkey Kong over here. Uh-oh. There we go. Of course. There we go. Oh, well, not quite what I wanted, but... my timing is just a little off. And here we go. Poe gets stuck in a pit for the rest of the game. There we go. Come on. Oh boy. Having a go of this chat. There we go. Coming up on the end. Alright, we're gonna cheese this, because I don't like this level, and if you run out in front of it, you get down there, you cut the level down to like a quarter length or something. Well, that was cool. we're gonna hang back and get a bubble before we can proceed. There we go. As long as we stay on the top path here. Oh, come on. Okay, that was bad because I needed to jump that pit. Oh well. We still, I think, cut the total length down a little bit. We'll still take it. Well, poo. Thankfully, I've got lots of lives to work with. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, Sonic. It's supposed to be fast, my guy. What's going on? There we go. Now this time I will make that jump. Watch me proceed to fail the jump. You know what? We're just going for it. There we go. And now that I did this the right way, chat, the end of the level is right up this climb. You know what? Forget you. We're just gonna go. There. Boom. Vodnik, you coward. There we go. Not playing nice with me? No, not at all. What a punk. I think I heard that in the original build there's a way to double hit him, but you've got to be careful about that because if you do it on his last hit, it'll underflow his health. His health is stored as an unsigned integer, which is to say that it can't go negative. And instead of going negative, it wraps around to the highest value that an integer can be on this. It's a 16-bit system, so I don't know exactly what that works out to be. 2 to the 16th power health. There we go. Can we get that last hit on him? Ah, got him. There we go. Right. Just hit him 2 to the 16th times. So, yeah. I mean, technically, yes, but you run out of time. Hey, guys. Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Sonic Origins Edition. Thank you for watching. We'll let the credits play out, and I think we'll have a cute little exit animation. That's what I'm trying to come up with. Man, I'm tired. Not if you go fast. Yeah. I don't think the problem is, in this case, Sonic going fast. I think the problem is Robotnik not going particularly fast. Those pistons are not particularly quick. It's also kind of fun seeing the credits here at a time where the to prevent their programmers from being sniped, they'd usually use nicknames in the credits. As opposed to their actual names. Oh, excuse me. I like this ending medley too, it's really cute. Made Robotnik very mad. He's gonna stomp on the end just to show us. Now let's check our little. Well, like I said, hopefully we'll get an ending animatic. I thought that was a really neat little addition, just having the animatics look really nice, I think. So hey chat, look what we can play next Saturday. I think this might be what we do next. I'm not going to go straight to Sonic 2. I'm going to do Sonic CD next time, which might be 1 or 2. Might be long enough, just barely, to do 2 streams. And when we get there, we'll see. I'm trying to figure out what soundtrack I want to use, if I want to use the US or the Japanese. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll put it up for a vote next stream. So, but anyway, as always, thank you so much for coming in for this. I really appreciate you guys. Always appreciate it. Always. If you feel so inclined, go ahead and follow me on Twitch, on Blue Sky. Like and subscribe on YouTube. I've got all of those extra social medias in my About page on Twitch, so you can find links there. But it's not super hard to find me. You can always just Google search for PoHunter Mew or Good Morning Gaming. And yeah, that's our 16-bit era for the week. I hope you all had fun. And let's see, come Monday, finally finished up Blader Alligator. So Monday morning stream, I think, is going to be, well, Untitled Goose Game. So that should be like a 1 stream sort of thing, but hopefully if you're available, you can come check that out. And usually I stream around 9 to 10 Pacific Standard Time in the morning for about an hour. It's my normal schedule: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday evenings. So anyway, if you want to see some cute goose fun, come check out Monday. And for more Sonic, 16-bit Sonic, come check out next Saturday's evening stream. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you for coming in. Good night.